Hi, this is David. It is now April already. We're going to do the April edition of the Mathnasium monthly math movie. I'm going to be a little bit quiet today because we're actually open right now, and so there's kids out there doing their Mathnasium session. So I'm going to try to keep it on the down low in here. I got a bunch of things to do, and the video's been getting kind of long, and I want to kind of shorten them up. So let's just get right to it. First of all, Jennifer was eager to do the raffle drawing yesterday, which was April Fool's. And that's not a joke because she drew 4 names. So normally we started off just drawing a name, and then I kind of thought, let's do a second and third place. And for some reason, everybody decided to draw a 4th. So we got 4 winners this month. The number 1 winner for the $100 bill, our first name that came out of the thing, was Paul. So Paul, we only got 1 Paul. You know who you are. Congratulations. You're so good at raffles. You won the $100 bill. Good job, Paul. Second place for the 25 punch card was Farah. Farah, nice job with first runner up, or second place. Emmaleen was our next name. She got 3rd place for the 10 punch cards. There's Emmaleen. And the extra, the bonus one, I think what happened was nobody was present when they did the drawing to be a winner. Said, no, let's do one more, maybe one of us will win. And they drew Suhani. So Suhani, you're our bonus winner, or we'll give you 5 punch cards to spend for doing the raffle. So good job, everybody, with the raffle. As you know, we're transitioning the pouches to not have so much stuff in them, like punch cards and raffle tickets and things like that. So we're trying to keep that nice and simple. So that's why when you choose not to spend your punch card, you are, instead of putting it in your binder and making a stack, you're gonna toss it in here, and your instructor is gonna record it digitally on your records. So we'll keep track of your saved punch cards in the system. So don't worry about it. If you just decide not to spend it, that's still cool. You're not gonna get a Smarties. We're not handing out candy like that willy-nilly. You have to earn your candy. But you're gonna throw it in here, and then each Friday, I think is how we're gonna work it now. We're gonna draw a winner, and they're gonna get a 5 punch card cards. So that's how that's working. We've already drawn a whole bunch of names. We're putting the winners up on the board. So the punch cards, you're still gonna have your active punch card, the one that we're currently working on, but nothing else is gonna get stored in your pouches. Also, the raffle tickets, we're not gonna be saving those anymore. So if we see raffle tickets in your binder, we're gonna just put them in the bucket for you. So every month, we're gonna put all the raffle tickets in that month. So no more saving your raffle tickets. I know some of you think you can maybe game the system and throw all of your tickets in all at once and have a really, really good chance of winning that one month. Maybe that's a good strategy, maybe not. It just depends on you, but we can't do that anymore. It's just too much of a hassle hanging on all that stuff. So that's what that's all about. Let's move on to Student of the Month. So our Student of the Month, her name came up a couple times. We kind of asked who might be a good candidate, and then we kind of bat around the ideas. So this Student of the Month, she works with Sandy quite a bit, as well as some other students, but kind of some general words that have been used to describe her is she's earnest, disciplined, and asks questions, and is nice and polite, and all those, we say those words more, but I have a little more detail to flesh out our Student of the Month. And this is from Sandy, who works with her the most. She's very focused and disciplined in her work. She always asks questions when she doesn't understand, and isn't satisfied until she can solve problems on her own. She's never distractible to others. She is receptive to suggestions and eager to learn new things. That's that growth mindset. That's that not afraid to see a new way to do it, and and a deep desire to really understand something that's presented to you, so it makes sense to her. So that makes her the student of the month, and let's just jump right to it. The student of the month for April is Alyssa Nagatani. Alyssa Nagatani, nice job. We're gonna stick that up in the window. You get your 25 punch card reward and a student of the month certificate to put up in your house. I'm gonna just tuck that in there. And of course, the student of the month yard sign that you can put up in your yard and tell the world how awesome you are. So good job, Alyssa Nagatani, student of the month. And let's move on. Let's do fun calendar. So we just missed Pi Day. Well, I missed Pi Day because I was in Hawaii, haha. But love Pi Day. Pi is a great number. I can't wait for June 28th though, when we can celebrate Tau Day. We'll get to that later. So April, looking at the fun calendar, we got April and May. That's kind of like finishing out spring, and then we're gonna do June, July, August. It's kind of like the summer months all at once because there's gonna be fleshed out some more. So coming up April, we just had April Fool's Day. We got a high five day. We're gonna play some bingo on a Friday. And then we're gonna do for a whole week, we're gonna do Easter activity, which is gonna involve our favorite Easter egg, things that we can fill up with candies and treats, and math problems. So you get to do a little bit of math and earn your Easter treat reward. So, and we'll do other fun stuff. For Easter, we will be closed on the 20th, April 20th. For Easter, we're gonna be doing some Earth Day stuff as well on April 22nd, Earth Day. So coming up in May, we got double punches. We got Mother's Day to celebrate. We're gonna probably be putting some mother associated things in the reward cabinet so you can get some treats for her. We're gonna have a pizza day just for fun on the 16th. We're gonna have some lemonade the week after that, kind of thinking about summer. Sounds like we will be closed the 25th and the 26th for Memorial Day. And then we're gonna round out that month with some cipher fun activities, stuff like that. And then we don't, like I said, I don't have June yet, but we will be doing a movie night probably the first or second Friday in June. So right about when school's getting out, we'll do a Friday night movie. So look forward to that. We'll get that on the calendar when we get it on the calendar. Okay, let's move on. Now, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Okay, a lot of you may have noticed some changes going on in the center. And basically, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be replacing this with this. Now, don't freak out. We're not going digital. We're not going online learning. This is literally gonna be replacing what goes on in the binder. So all the pages that students work on one after another, it's just gonna be replicated on the tablet, and I'll show you how that works. We're calling it digital binders. So the curriculum is exactly the same. The instruction is still the same, face-to-face, students working on the thing on their desk, and the instructor can interact right down there with them. So it's gonna be, there'll be some growing pains and people get used to it. I know the kids are like really excited about it because they see other kids doing what everybody else is doing, but doing it on an iPad. So there's some interest there. But it's gonna open up a lot of opportunities for us to offer more customized curriculum. We can change things a lot more quickly without having to print out stuff. We go through hundreds of pounds of paper each month, and I literally carry those into the center each month. So we're eager to get rid of the paper stuff. So, and also it's gonna allow the parents to have a little more visibility into what goes on a day-to-day basis, because we could theoretically show you what you've been working on in like an email or something like that. So lots of good changes, and we're gonna be making things a little more effective and efficient for instructors as well. But that's what's going on. So I'm just gonna give you a quick demo. The student's gonna sit down and instead of getting their binder off the shelf, they're gonna be pulling out what we're calling their wallet. So it's got their name, it's got their Mathlete level, It's got their grades, so the instructor kind of knows a little bit about the student. I think maybe you will let the students customize this just like their binder spines. And it's a pouch to hold on to their active punch card. So everybody's still gonna have a punch card. We're gonna get that punch, and we can keep track of that. But then again, when the punch card gets completed, it's either saved digitally or spent. So the students grab this, and the key thing here is it has their login. So they're gonna open up, or the iPad's gonna be ready to go. They're gonna put in their login. There's a password, they're all gonna be the same, and it's super simple. And there's gonna be a stylus over here to work on. So when you log on, hopefully this works. It's gonna check in Nathan, and it's gonna open up right where he left off on the last session, exactly down to the page. And as you can see, you know, it's a normal Mathnasium page. You can draw. Let me get a pencil going. My stylus turned off. Da-da-da. There it goes. And let's get a pencil. And so you just draw on it. You can put your arm down. It doesn't matter. It's got palm rejection. The instructor can use their finger or a stylus. The instructor can also access this on their Chromebook that they have at the desk, but we're trying to get, you know, all the interaction to be face-to-face. So I'm gonna have to undo all that stuff. But all the pages are there, just like in their binder. There's a page that he did before, and see how he's just writing it, just like a pencil. So they don't have to type. It's not scrawling with the mouse or anything awkward like that. And you know, the more careful they get, the better it looks. But there's cool things. They can draw shapes. There's protractors and compasses and rulers, and we can do all sorts of cool things that, you know, we can do it at the desk, but someone has to go get the protractor and the compass and the ruler and things like that. So there's a lot of great stuff here. When the page is complete, a bunch of fireworks go off. So we're gonna probably have one of these maybe to demo for parents to look at, just to kind of see what it's all about. But it literally is the pages from their binder in PDF form. So it's the exact same page that we used to have to print out and then throw away. So that's what's coming down the pipe. It's digital binders. It's super cool. It's the same curriculum. It's the same interaction with the instructor, but a little more convenient for everybody. And this opens the door for us to do some really cool things that we can't do with paper and pencil. So that's what that's all about. So look forward to that. We do lock down the device, so you can't swipe up and you can't go out to the home screen or anything like that. So super cool. So that's cool. Digital binders, it's gonna be awesome. And let's finish off the video with estimating jar. So the estimating jar was these like chocolate footballs or something like that in the jar. And it's not a lot, so I kind of expected a bunch of people to get like the exact number. And there weren't that many numbers that were like crazy, but not a lot of people actually guessed right around the exact number. The exact number was 79, and I don't know, maybe it is something about 70s that we don't think of those numbers when we're guessing. So maybe something like that. So 79 was the actual count, and I kind of went through. There were some that got close. Nobody actually got exactly 79. And I had, there's a 77. So one of them that got really close was a 78. So off by one. And that was Aadya Krishnan, got 78. And let's see, the other one was Mateo Miller, guessed 80. So he was off by one the other direction. So Mateo Miller and Aadya Krishnan, you guys tied. You're gonna have to share. I don't know how you're gonna share 79. Maybe I get one, and then you can share 78. So good job, you guys. I do gotta say, I have to say, there's a funny thing here. Leon the Menace guessed 76, but somebody wrote next to it, do 78. And Leon, you should have taken that advice and guessed 78 instead, because then you would have tied for first place. So anyway, that's that. Fun with chocolate eggs. A lot of guesses this month. And just preview for next month is these fun little sort of Eastery colored candies in this cute little heart jar. I counted all those. These are actually candy covered, chocolate covered sunflower seeds. So imagine like a peanut M&M, but instead of a peanut, it's got a tiny little sunflower seed and then chocolate and then candy. So they're yummy and they're delicious and they're in here. And if you can guess how many are in there and be closest, those are yours too. So that's that. I'm gonna call it. I gotta get back to work. Have a great month. We'll look forward to talking to you in about a month when we hit May. Bye-bye. See you.